Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to this sacred space. Welcome to this mindful space. Welcome to this loving and accepting space. I'm glad that you're here with me today on Tarot Tuesday, but we're not doing tarot cards today. Ha ha ha. We're going to do our reading today from my Mindful Messages card. I was inspired by Anna Banana, who used this very same deck for another set of readings. So I asked, what is the message? What do we need to be mindful of as we come to the end of Mercury retrograde and get ready to enter into Gemini season? So getting ready to go into that air sign from the grounded, lovey-dovey earth sign. So our first card came self-appreciation. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself, where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. So that capacity, that as we prepare to step into Gemini season and to come out of Mercury retrograde, to really have an understanding of your self-value and your self-worth. And if you can't write a love letter to yourself, how can you even expect your soulmate or whatever those marketing terms are for someone to do that? You've got to love yourself first. And so use this last week of Mercury retrograde and of this lovey-dovey time in Taurus ruled by Venus to really take the time to love and appreciate yourself. As RuPaul says, how are you going to love someone else if you don't even love yourself? And then the second card is, I could preach on this all day. It's just the fuel card. I enjoy things that fuel me. It feels great to do things for myself. When I make sure I am taken care of better, I can better show up for those in my life and for the work that I do. And so really this call to, I've talked about it before. How are you feeding your soul? What are you feeding your true self? What are you feeding your long-term goals? What are you feeding your dreams and your passions? And this is very important because what you sow is what you reap. This is a harvest. This sort of cycle reciprocity is one of the laws of the universe. So if you're feeding yourself junk and believing junk about yourself and thinking junk about yourself, that's what you're going to have, a bunch of junk. And so this is the time in this last week as we get ready to close out Mercury retrograde to really ask yourself, am I feeding my soul? Am I feeding the true me? Am I doing the things that bring me joy? And if not, why not? So get with it. Said in a loving way, right? And then our last card is opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I'm not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become the best version, and I am thankful for them. So one of the things that I loved when I did my presentation at BTAC was talking about that even though I'm there to talk to you about mindfulness, you have to know that you have the power to implement the tools that I'm sharing. And so one of the things that I want to do, and as I do as part of my spirituality, even my mindfulness, is to know that you have the power to incorporate these tools. You have the power to make these differences in your life. You have the power to love yourself. You have the power to feed your soul, to give yourself a banquet of joy and love, of empowerment, of spiritual depth and power, of great relationships, and that even those things that stink. One of the things I did at a conference, and I've done it before, is look back on a situation that at the time you thought it was the most awful thing. And today, express your gratitude for that very event. And so this is an opportunity to get into a mindful space and to become mindful. Are you appreciating yourself? One of the things, I had a conversation with another Black magical woman, and I said oftentimes when we get in these circles where we are the minority, we have to use self-deprecating humor, like, let me put myself down so that this other group can feel better. And that's some BS, so you won't find me doing that. But it's a safety tool, and sometimes it has to be done, and I have done it before. But this is the time to appreciate yourself. Use this last week of this time to rest, relax, and renew, to appreciate yourself, and then take care of yourself. Feed yourself. Do the things, get on some roller skates or ride a bike, go bowling. Do the things that make you giggle. Watch your favorite dumb film. and then have the eye, that bigger vision, knowing that all things are working together for your good. And from that place, look at even the challenges as opportunities. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.